We have breaking news on Tom Brady's appeal of his 4-game suspension. We understand that Judge Berman in New York has nullified Tom Brady's suspension, and it will be reversed. This is a big decision coming here for a victory for Tom Brady. Again, nullifying the NFL's 4-game suspension that was handed down to Tom Brady. This was on appeal. This is a huge win for Tom Brady and the NFLPA. And for the league, this is a big blow. But right now on the field, as way things stand, is Tom Brady will be starting the season and playing all 16 games unless there is some type of situation. For more, let's go to Judy Batista live outside of the courtroom in New York. Judy, what do you have for us on this recent breakthrough ruling?
Well, good morning, Steve. We have not yet seen the full decision yet here, but we can probably gather some information from the questions that Judge Berman had for the league during those public hearings over the last few weeks. He had expressed considerable doubt about some of the evidence that the league had gathered in the course of the Ted Wells investigation against Tom Brady. So I imagine that will probably be mentioned in the decision. But look, this is by any measure a huge victory for Tom Brady and a significant loss for the league, which handpicked this court. I mean, after all, they rushed to get this into this district court ahead of Tom Brady trying to get it into Minneapolis. The case was moved here to New York, and I can tell you that people on the league side felt very confident about their position being in this court. And really, even on Monday afternoon when they left court, they felt very confident that the law was on their side. So this is a significant blow for the league. Yeah, Judy, you have reported, and we've been hearing that the league felt very confident that even though the judge, in his questioning during this appeal hearing, had a lot of issues with the way this deflate scandal had been handled and had been judged upon, that he still would rule in favor of the league just because of the structure of the collective bargaining agreement. Judy, this is another loss for the league once it has gotten out of hands in terms of discipline, once it's gotten out of the hands of Roger Goodell's initial decision. This is another consecutive loss. We saw it with Adrian Peterson. We saw it with Ray Rice. We saw it in the bounty scandal and in Greg Hardy. As we know, this is bigger than just Tom Brady and the Deflategate scandal. How big of a blow is this just in terms of perception and reality for the NFL and Roger Goodell's authority and his appellate powers? Well, first of all, let's take a step back. I think we would all be surprised if the league does not appeal this decision. And they also feel pretty good about their position at the circuit court level that this would be overturned. They felt that way all along, that they would have a good chance of winning on appeal, even if they lost here. So I would expect an appeal from the league. Having said that, what you just brought up about the repeated losses here in front of judges and setbacks for Roger Goodell's disciplinary power, there's no question they are piling up. And I can tell you that over these last few months, as the Deflategate scandal has sort of ballooned probably beyond anything that anybody imagined, I was hearing from owners who were saying, look, we're tired of this. It might even be time for us to reconsider commissioner disciplinary powers. This might be untenable for the long term. It may not work anymore, having all of these powers, judge, jury, and executioner, residing in the commissioner's office. So long term, I think this might be something that pushes the league to tinker with the disciplinary policy. I don't know if they would completely cede control of personal conduct issues, but I could see some revisions coming, with the next time the collective bargaining agreement is negotiated. That's several years away. But certainly these losses are piling up, and I can't imagine that owners are thrilled that they spent a lot of money on the Ted Wells investigation, and certainly an awful lot of public goodwill being in court against one of the league's biggest superstars, only to come away with a defeat.
All right, Judy Batista, they're live for us in New York outside of Manhattan District Court. Judy, thanks. We'll be back with you here shortly.